but that's not really where I'm going to focus. I'm focusing on where you got Josh Allen. And I've been as hard on the Bills as anybody, and my expectations going into the season were very low for them. I didn't think they were going to win the division. I didn't really think they were going to make the playoffs. And the reason being is they lost 50% of their production in the passing game. And he starts the season with two guys, a rookie and Shakir, with a combined 39 receptions and 2 touchdown passes, versus Lamar and Stroud and the weapons that they had, which are radically different. You know, Lamar had Bateman and Flowers, 109 catches, 6 TDs. Yeah. CJ had Diggs and Collins, 187 catches, 16 TDs. But now look at what they've done throughout the course of the season. The most impressive thing to me about Josh Allen, this is 8 games in a row where he hasn't thrown an interception. So he's 3 games off the all-time record, or the all-time recent record with Tom Brady at 11. And that's really, really impressive considering he threw 18 last year and was second in the league in interceptions. His numbers match up with the other guys, and I don't think you're giving him enough credit in this
Okay, all right, so I don't know why Mahomes needs to be on the bar. None of that was about Patrick Mahomes.
Because Patrick Mahomes...
Mahomes
do you want me to go into the problems that he's had this year?
What?
Well... His quarterback
they haven't
rating,
lost since Christmas.
His quarterback rating's been under 94 out of the 6 games, which has never happened in his career.
Okay.
Why
are we talking about Patrick?
4 straight games.
Okay, so if you're arguing...
But keep him on the top of the mountain.
Yeah, of course he's going to stay on the top of the mountain. When he's the 2-time defending Super Bowl champion and he hasn't lost since Christmas, he's going to stay on the top of the mountain.
It's a rich
Exactly. Here's the thing. Josh Allen, I thought, played very well yesterday. Not great. It wasn't like but I thought he played really well. We are just a week removed from him having, from a completion percentage perspective, what was it, Wilds? The worst game in NFL history.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 1 week ago. And so I've been a Josh Allen guy this year, but week 4 was bad. Week 5 was egregious. Now, I'm of the belief he got concussed in week 5. The NFL and the Bills say you're out of your mind. Those smelling salts are because he just likes them. And so that's fine. So be it. So I didn't really penalize him too much, but I certainly can't put him ahead of Lamar, who I think has been good to very good every week except week 1, and great, I should say, good to great every week except week 1. And I think CJ's played
with a lot more talent offensively, but
no, that is definitely true.
Significantly more talent.
100% true, and you're right. It is a rich tapestry.
Mm-hmm. And the weapons that CJ has, they're pretty.
That is true. He didn't have Nico Collins this week. Still scored 41 points. I think coach is actually kind of just convinced it is left to right, so he thinks I have Josh 6th when really I have him 4, 5, or 6. You'll never know. Brew, go ahead.
Okay, so this is really interesting, and I appreciate Mangini coming up to bat for that. Let me get back to right here. I think no one can deny this, that Josh Allen is doing more with less, especially compared to Lamar and Stroud, right? Which even Nick Wright kind of admitted there, but the weapons that Josh Allen has relative to what Lamar and Stroud have, it's just not up for debate, quite frankly. And considering what Allen is working with, it's pretty remarkable. And it's funny, you look at this graph, this shows that Josh Allen should be the leading MVP candidate, quite frankly. I know those other 2 games were obviously not great games, and we've kind of already unpacked that over the weeks, but you look at that graphic and you're just like, hey, the production that he's doing and what he's doing with this team, it's hard to argue with that, quite frankly. And that's why when I see a graphic like this, and to be clear, I obviously think Lamar and CJ Stroud are great, but that is where is it? Is when I first did the Mahomes Mountain as a whole, my biggest issue was Baker Mayfield being next to Josh Allen. And did we get a lot of Baker Mayfield comments in this section saying that Baker Mayfield is a better quarterback than Josh Allen. And it was like, what are you talking about? Like, in what universe, in what world is Baker Mayfield on the level of Josh Allen? That's insane. And it's not to say that Baker Mayfield is garbage, is trash, is a bottom 3 quarterback. But the lack of respect on Josh Allen, and someone else in the comments, a Mahomes boy, a Mahomes fan, was like, oh, it's great that Josh Allen got the help from Amari Cooper. You know, it's hard for any quarterback to be able to win without help. You know, not everyone can be Mahomes, and it's like it's always that constant thing, and that's why even coach says, right, Josh pays his bills, Mahomes eats for free, and it's like it's just this constant perception that these other quarterbacks, especially Mahomes, are able to do something out of nothing, and yet Josh Allen can't. And then they always want to go back and be like, well, Diggs, and it's like Diggs is not Travis Kelce, right? Sean McDermott is not Andy Reid, but I don't want to spiral into that conversation. It's just the idea that Josh Allen could be, because Nick said, oh, you'll never know, he could be 4, 5, 6. For Josh Allen to ever be considered 4, 5, 6, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And just like how Patrick Mahomes had some really, really bad games, and no one's automatically saying he's no longer a top quarterback in the NFL, Josh Allen is allowed to have some bad games and not automatically be like, I told you he's not that good. Like that's not allowed. And John Middlecoff said it best on his podcast. He said, if you don't think Josh Allen is elite, then we really don't have anything to talk about. Right? We're just not even on the same planet. And I agree with that. If you're trying to debate that Baker Mayfield is comparable to Josh Allen, that's one of the most insane statements I've ever heard in my entire life. It's insane. That's truly insanity. And again, people are mistaking that as me saying that Baker is bad. No, it's just Josh Allen is that good, right? He is that good. It's just, that's the reality. And I don't know why people still struggle. People think that I'm this big, gigantic Josh Allen fan, and I get it because I make a lot of videos. It's because of stuff like this. It's because I'm faced with insanity about it. I mean, like, it's absurd to me. I can't compute it. It's insanity to me. It really, really is. I mean, like, do you see what Josh Allen is capable of doing in any given moment? And you want to say that he's could be at, you know, the 6th best quarterback. Like, what? It's just madness. It really, really is. It's just absolute madness. And again, at the end of the day, I don't like the tier system where it has to be 1, 2, 3, because I would put those quarterbacks in the same tier, in the same group. And I think CJ Stroud is entering that party. I think CJ Stroud is proving to be a top quarterback in the NFL. So that's why, unfortunately, I do always have to repeat that. Like, I don't agree with having to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put them in these groups. And so in no world, it's like I would refuse, even if I was forced to count and do that, I would refuse to put Josh Allen that low. And it just doesn't make sense. And that's why they keep making fun of Nick for the rich tapestry and all of that. And that's why Mahomes gets to continue to stay at the top and this, that, and the third. And that's why this segment will always just be a bizarre segment. And it's embedded in the segment in itself, right? It's supposed to facilitate these types of discussions and this type of controversy, so to speak. But just seeing Baker next to Josh Allen, I mean, what do you guys think about that? I mean, I'm sorry, like, outside of you mega Baker Mayfield fans, and again, before you say that I'm a Baker Mayfield hater, go to my channel and search Baker Mayfield, and you'll see me go on like a 15-minute rant defending Baker Mayfield with that whole thing with Tom Brady and all that. If I was a Baker Mayfield hater, that is the perfect time for me to dunk on him. It would be the perfect time for me to say, Baker, what are you doing? Baker doesn't know how to win. He's not Tom Brady. How dare, like, it would be the easiest thing for me to do to dunk on him, like a lot of people were. But I literally defended Baker Mayfield. So don't come to me and say that I'm a Baker Mayfield hater, because I'm not. But it's just, you got to be realistic who your quarterback is and who you're a fan of. And to think that Josh Allen is on that level, like, I just can't wrap my head around. I honestly can't. Like, this is just such a lack of understanding of just how great, how elite, and how special and how unique Josh Allen really is as a quarterback. And it's just that is actually one of the biggest tragedies of this era of football right now is that people really just do not understand just how great Josh Allen is. And it's I find it mind-blowing, honestly. Like I don't understand why a lot of people can't see it. I really don't. I really, really, really don't. It just does not make sense to me. Even a game like the Jets that had a very basic box score, you can see some plays and some moves that he does that you're just like, I don't really know how many quarterbacks that play right now that could do that, let alone in the history of the NFL. I mean, it's just unreal. And the volume and the frequency and the consistency that he does it is just wild to me. So Baker Mayfield, man, I tell you, Baker Mayfield. Now, if Caleb has another good game, he's going to put Caleb up. He's already going to put Caleb on there with Josh Allen. Just crazy. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Josh Allen being 4th, 5th, or 6th best quarterback in the NFL right now? And what do you think about him being literally next to Baker Mayfield? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.